A business case is becoming quite a well-known term, and it is a justification for the expenditure of organizational resources, providing information about costs, benefits, options, risks, and issues. So in one word, it means a justification. Any endeavor may need some justification before proceeding from a specific authority. A formal business case is needed for most investment decisions. New products, services, significant modifications, for example. Therefore, it's a decision support and planning tool that projects likely consequences of actions. So if a certain money is invested, if certain resources are invested, then what will happen? And if it is justified to do that, depending on what will happen, what the benefits would be. Business cases help organizations compare proposed portfolio changes and expenditure. An organization may have an annual business plan with several things to do, and eventually each one of those items from the annual business plan will require or may require a business case, meaning a justification if these are, meaning how much to be invested and also what resources, and if that is justified or not based on what the achievements will be for the organization. Approved business cases should be used to keep initiatives on course, meaning when an initiative starts, the original business case should not be forgotten. There should be a continuous monitoring, or at least at significant stages or phases, or at points where a comparison of the performance against the business case must be done against the targets. For example, there may be specific benefit targets in a business case. And are those targets being achieved or not as the initiative makes progress, or at least when the initiative completes? So monitoring the assumptions, because sometimes environmental factors can change. So once again, the pestle or pestle factors may come into play. The political, economical, social, technological, environmental, and legal aspects from external influences may come into play, which may impact the desirability of the business case, meaning whether it is worth investing that, whether it is balancing the benefit and the cost well, whether it is still technically viable resource-wise, and even if it is achieved, it is done technically, will that product will be used properly or not, and therefore will it continue to create the benefits afterwards? So a lot of these things may go into the business case regular reviews. Adapt to work to ensure you deliver the outcomes. So the business case may be modified from time to time, though a very drastic modification may require a totally new business case. For example, if the objective is totally different. Building a business case. Content and structure may be standardized for all business cases. There may be a certain template or structure. It may be different content and structure based on the type of investment. Yeah, so meaning different, an organization may have a single template or may have different ones based on different business units or lines of business, nature of the investment, etc. Every business case should clearly identify the proposal, the benefits, and risks from demand to value. Answer the questions often asked by senior management. Questions like, is it really worth doing this? Is it the right time to do this? And so on. Explain why the proposal is needed and justify the investment. So normally the business cases are owned by some sort of sponsors who will obtain the funds, who may either obtain the funds for an initiative or who may provide the funds. In case they're not providing the funds, but they're going to only obtain the funds from another higher authority, then they will have to present the business case to that higher authority. That's why it says explain why the proposal is needed. Financial analysis is central and usually has to follow organization guidelines. The organization may have guidelines like calculating some return on investment or benefit cost analysis, or even there are more engineering techniques in the financial industry like net present value, yeah, or internal rate of return, etc.